state's Emergency Operations Center in Nashville, Tennessee. As you are probably aware, the Tennessee Emergency Management Agency activated the State Emergency Operations Center after Governor Lee's emergency declaration ahead of Winter Storm Fern. And we've had personnel here overnight from TEMA, from the Tennessee Department of Transportation, the Tennessee Highway Patrol, the State Fire Marshal's Office, the Division of Forestry, TDEC's Office of Energy Programs, and numerous other organizations to include the Red Cross and our nonprofit partners. As we were tracking this overnight system, we experienced temperatures, as you are aware, well below normal for us for this time of year, resulting in precipitation and freezing rain started to accumulate quite a bit on trees and shrubs, and most concerningly, infrastructure. And unfortunately for us, this system is not over. We still have hours yet of more precipitation across much of Tennessee, and more concerning is on the heels of this precipitation, we're going to have some pretty strong winds in excess of 25 miles per hour in some areas. Temperatures are going to plummet to lower single digits. These continued conditions will hamper our ability to respond, and our partners in the power industry, their ability to recover outages as they're occurring. They've done a great job of trying to keep those as they've come along, but travel is hazardous, and we're expecting to continue to see additional power outages. The State EOC in Nashville remains activated at a level 3 to ensure continued coordination with state, local, and federal partners. Some of our partners from the Federal Emergency Agency are with us here today as well. State agencies are maintaining close coordination with our local, our county emergency management agencies and their leaders to assess impacts, prioritize life safety needs, and deploy resources where they are most needed. Our current power outages now are about 250,000 across the state of Tennessee. Those that are without power, like I said, these power companies have done a great job of restoring, but as the conditions continue to deteriorate, more outages and sometimes larger outages are following along. Davidson County is the largest number of outages thus far, with more than 160,000 homes and businesses without power. We just want to remind the public to stay clear of down power lines as always, and always assume that they are energized. Any outages or hazards should be reported directly to the local power company via their number or by calling 911. We've been in conversations with the Tennessee Valley Authority, and we're assessing some reported damages to their infrastructure. They have crews working around the clock, and they're working hand in hand with state and local partners across the Southeast and their service area to keep power on. Road conditions are expected to deteriorate. We saw some conditions get better over the course of the day, and that's going to change as we have rain that's going to dilute some of the treatment, and we'll continue to see refreezing as temperatures. TDOT crews need space. Last night, overnight, we had a number of Tennessee Department of Transportation vehicles hit other motorists. So we ask that you please give them space. If you don't have to be out, they need to operate, as do the power companies that are looking to restore power lines that are often located along roads. For public safety, we just want to remind everyone to use caution when heating homes. When you're using a space heater, make sure there's plenty of room around it. And please never use generators, grills, or propane heaters, or anything else that generates carbon dioxide inside a residential structure. Please check on your neighbors. Tennesseans this is the volunteer state, and if you know you have neighbors that live alone, please check on them to make sure that they're okay, or anybody else that's around you that you know may need help. Please keep your phone charged as well, and keep your battery life as high as possible in case you lose power, so that you can continue to monitor conditions and communicate with your friends and loved ones, or call local forces. At this time, there are reported drinking water infrastructure problems going to pop up through some depressurization. Please make sure you report those to your local utility companies. Those problems tend to cascade quickly, and the faster they can identify them and solve them, the better. The Tennessee Department of Health at this time has not reported any weather-related fatalities or injuries. You know, we go through a disciplined process to track and monitor those reports, and we'll update those as they've been adjudicated. Residents who rely on medical devices, oxygen, or refrigerated medications should plan ahead and contact the care provider or utility company if power disruptions pose a risk. Many of you have done that. This is just a reminder. Due to communications disruptions, we want the public to use 911 only for true emergencies. There have been problems with some cell services in the state periodically as towers go on to generator power, and again, the trees and power infrastructure have compromised those as well. So for non-emergency needs, please use the local non-emergency public safety numbers or contact your county emergency management agency when possible. You can find contact information if you don't have it on TEMA's website, tn.gov/TEMA. There are currently 89 shelters open across Tennessee's 95 counties. Some of those will transition to overnight shelters. These transitions will be reflected on an interactive map you can find on that same webpage, tn.gov/TEMA. Shelters are managed locally by local partners at county emergency management agencies, houses of worship, or local nonprofit organizations. If you are aware of one and it does not show on our map, please contact TEMA to let us know so that we can add it. Transportation to warming centers is available by contacting your county emergency management agencies if you're able or comfortable in getting there. We recommend calling your local non-emergency public safety number or your county emergency management agency for transportation. Crisis Cleanup, our partner for helping to coordinate volunteer response to individual needs, has been activated, and this nonprofit organization is coordinating local volunteers to assist residents with cleanup efforts such as cutting and removing fallen trees. Residents can request assistance by calling 844-965-1386. We encourage you to rely on trusted and official sources for accurate information, including TEMA, your county management agency, Tennessee Department of Transportation, the Tennessee Highway Patrol, and your local utility providers. There have been reports of phishing emails going to folks purporting to be from TVA. We ask that you please ignore those and report those to your email service provider. Please avoid sharing unverified information on social media, and for official updates and resources, you can find them at tn.gov/TEMA or at TEMA's social media at Tennessee EMA. And I'm honored to be joined today by Governor Bill Lee. And sir, I'll turn it over to you now.
I appreciate that report. First, I want to not only thank you, but all of the emergency responders, the utility crews that are out here, PDOT workers that are working 24/7, linemen, volunteers that are out clearing roads. There's a lot of work being done in a very extremely dangerous condition to keep Tennesseans safe, and I'm grateful for that work. As said, it's a very serious winter weather event, usually dangerous in many ways, and we are continuing to see impact all over the state. I do want people to know the state is fully engaged. You just heard from Director Sheehan in his report. There is a lot of coordination happening with local governments, with utilities, with the federal government. We have, and I have personally been in contact with Department of Homeland Security federally and FEMA. Our top priority is life safety. Means that we are working to restore power as quickly and as safely as possible, keeping roads passable for emergency responses, making sure that Tennesseans have access to shelter and to critical services. And the TEMA website is a place for that. I know that this can be very frustrating and difficult, especially for families that do not have power right now or don't have heat. Patience is important as we navigate the work that crews are doing throughout very difficult and dangerous conditions for them. Safety has to come first. If you do not have to travel, please stay off the roads. Staying home helps you, and it allows first responders and to those that do need that help. check on your neighbors. As Patrick said, we are the volunteer state, especially if you have seniors as neighbors and those with medical needs or anyone who may be without power and heat that you know you can be a help. We will continue to provide updates as conditions change, and we do expect them to change and worsen in some ways. So I encourage everyone to rely on official sources for accurate information as we get the next hours and days of the storm. Tennesseans are resilient. We will get through this together. We're grateful that there have been no reports yet of loss of life. I ask you and encourage you to pray for our state, for our people, for our neighbors, for those men and women that are out there right now on line trucks and highway patrol monitoring crashes and the difficult jobs that are being done by Tennesseans across the state now to keep people safe. Grateful for their work, grateful for your prayers, grateful for Tennesseans stepping up to help one another. Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you, Governor. And I'm certainly joining you today, sir, and praying for Tennesseans.